Belief that you can't succeed in America because of the white power structure and that you need to overthrow capitalism in order to succeed is propaganda disguised as education. Who else did I say wanted to reach us with propaganda disguised as education? In order that the Negro may be reached with education and propaganda, and that he may be organized for activity, the following methods are recommended. Who do you think wanted to do this? All the way back in 1922, Soviet communists. People that look like this, actually.
Ooh, he's saying the same thing I was saying a couple weeks ago. He's saying the same thing I was saying. Damn.
As you can see, it was the communists that wanted to do this the entire time. It was their goal to reach us with education and propaganda so that we can be used for their purpose. The question is,
pawns. They use us as pawns, and we still suffering from. You got white governments, Russian and American governments fighting each other over who's going to be in charge, and they're using our black behinds as pawns, and some of y'all still fall for it. Some of you all still right now falling for it right now. Some of you are mad at this goddamn broadcast I'm giving right now. You mad right now. You've been wanting to call me a sellout and all that. I don't give a damn. You mad right now. Be mad at Carter G. Woodson. He the one to be mad at him. That's what you do.
did it work?
It worked. And it's still working. All they got to do, all these folk got to do is come out and say, oh, we support black people. We support reparations. Y'all don't support it down. Here's an example. Here you go. This is what, watch, listen to all the black people clap.
American just said about black Americans getting reparations.
Listen to what the black people said. They are racist too. They don't like you either. Let's listen to what she said. This is, y'all watch how all the black people clap. But it's little, hey, listen to it.
Watch this.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Erin Kimura. I'm a fifth generation Chinese and Japanese American and a fifth generation San Franciscan. I'm here today to fully support black reparations because this is the bare ass minimum. Period. The bare ass minimum.
You hear that? Does you think she sounds fully authentic about that? We hear them all the time, these Chinese and Russians. Oh yeah, the Iranians. Y'all was so happy that the Iranians made a Lego video for you guys saying, yes, America has done you wrong. Hell, the Iranians are racist to the black Iranians in South Iran right goddamn now. If they want to do something about racism, they can start in their own country. They got black people living in shanty towns in South Iran right now. They racist as hell over there. And you all think they like your black behinds? No, they don't. Every time you see a Chinese, a Russian, or somebody, oh yeah, black, they know all they got to do is stir up the dissension, is pretend like they on your side. They don't like you either. Nobody likes you. Nobody. Nobody likes you. You want to be liked so bad. You want people to like you. You want a hug. Nobody likes you. Like yourself. That's what you need, high self-esteem. We have collectively low self-esteem. We want people to like us and tell them we good Negroes. They don't like us. Let's keep listening.
Minimum. History is enough of a reason. The dehumanization that we've seen is enough of a reason for why we need redress and reparations now. This is not an impossible reality, right? We've seen this with the Japanese Americans in the late 1980s. They received on a federal level reparations. And the fact that black folks and our black community and our brothers and sisters are still waiting for a formal.
Hey, but the Japanese don't like black people. Did y'all not hear that little Japanese woman over in Zara in Japan call that black woman? I'm a Nigerian American. She said, Niga. She heard what she called it, the N-word with the hard ER. They don't like us either. But anytime there's a non-black person who co-signs with some black person or uses some slang or something like that, we just run up and applaud. Don't you know they're purposely trying to sow dissension? That's what they're trying to do. That's what I want you to understand. And we fell for it, and we keep falling for it. Not no more. Somebody type no more in the chat room. Somebody type not no more in the chat room.
Apology. Ooh-wee. I'm just going to leave that there just to simmer. And I just really want to note, especially as an Asian American woman, I would not be here if it were not for the black liberation struggle, the black freedom fighters, culture creators,
All them socialist sponsored organizations.
And the world builders that have fought for my liberation. So.
No, we fought for our liberation, and you all came in and jumped the line and made it your liberation. That's what you did.
Thank you. Thank you for your comments.
Yeah. She's not wrong. Japanese Americans got federal reparations in the late 1980s. Black folks still waiting on an apology. That alone tells you everything about where we stand in this country. But here's the truth about reparations. As long as our identity is classified as...
Yeah, all that is just administrative at this point. Let's listen to another video. Since we always venerate these black leaders from the past, I want you to understand something. Whether you like the United States or not,
hey, y'all.
Our country is going to protect itself. Listen to what this brother, the black Americans are not playing. Listen to this.
Comment section, they reply. Hey, y'all, take a look at this. I am now 100% confident that this is not our fight. We're not going on the front lines. Is manufactured by bots in the CIA. That doesn't mean that every single creator who is parroting this nonsense is a bot or the CIA, but I'm convinced that's where it's coming from. Why am I convinced? Because these people are saying the same thing over and over again. They're spamming my comment section. They're replying to multiple comments. They're flooding my comments saying the same talking points. We're not going out on the front lines. This is not our fight. Black people, we stay home. We're resting. You're saying the same thing in the same exact way, in the same exact cadence. This is not organic. These people are...
He need to go ahead and land the plane. Let's just scoot on ahead a little bit.
Marches, we haven't been organizing them, but he's claiming otherwise. Who sounds like the op, y'all? Something else that I noticed, I checked out dude's account before I blocked him. And if you notice, all the videos that I saw that he's made them from his house. He's standing, looks like in his kitchen or in his living room. And he's not the only one. All these other folks who are making these videos trying to intimidate and persuade and shame Black Americans into going out in these streets and placing ourselves in harm's way, they have their asses in their house. I haven't seen one yet who's out in the street filming saying that we should go out there and join them.
No.
They're laying.
We're growing up. We're a lot more mature than we are. Somebody typed, we're resting in the chat room. Again, this is people that still trying to fulfill this Democrat propaganda. We're not doing it. Here's one more, and then we're gonna get back to the broadcast. Y'all check this out.
Hampton. That's not a conspiracy theory. It's literally on his Wikipedia.
Again, remember I told you guys, Fred Hampton, socialist, Black Panther Party, socialist. And we always say, well, they just killed them because they were black. That's not it. They unalived them. The United States government unalived them because of the things they were teaching. There's plenty of black people. If they just wanted to kill, they didn't have to go all the way to his apartment in Chicago to kill him. There's plenty of black people in DC. They could have stopped there. Okay? It wasn't because he was black. Listen carefully. Okay? You heard earlier when I explained socialism invaded the black community in it through its body politic. You had people like Carter G. Woodson saying, hey, man, this is an infection. It's telling us to be beggars instead of builders. And it infected us. And so now here we are in the 1960s, 50 years later, after it set in, as you heard Carter G. Woodson said, it's starting to catch on. And so now you have this going on. Listen to what he says.
Media page, but they didn't do it because he was the leader of the Black Panthers. They did it because he was doing something that was much more threatening to the U.S. government. You see,
what do you think was much more threatening to the U.S. government? Not because he was the leader of the Black Panthers.
In the years before he was murdered, Fred Hampton formed a group called the Rainbow Coalition, which was an alliance between the Black Panthers and the Young Patriots, which were a group.
And who was that?
That represented poor rural white people. In declassified documents, the director of the FBI at the time, J. Edgar Hoover, specifically talks about his concern that Fred Hampton could become a quote-unquote messiah who unites working class people across racial
working class. Sounds like some socialism talk to me.
So on December 4th, 1969, the Chicago police, working at the behest of the FBI, raided the Black Panther headquarters and shot Fred Hampton in his bed while he was asleep. If you think stuff like this isn't happening anymore, you're a fool. We already know from leaked documents and whistleblowers that the government is actively monitoring working class movements. A lot of protest movements take place online now, and I know from personal experience that anytime you post something even vaguely political, an army of weird accounts with almost no followers show up to make incendiary comments. The point is that a lot of the hatred you see in this country is manufactured by the people in power as a way of keeping us divided and distracted. It doesn't have to
also manufactured by other people in other countries also. Keep that
be
up.
this way though. All we would have to do is stop bickering with each other about dumb stuff like whether or not trans people should play basketball and turn our attention to the actual institutions
I don't think that's dumb, but keep going.
that are oppressing all of us. A good first step would
They can play basketball, we just don't want them playing with the girls.
be repealing the Patriot Act, which was passed after 9/11 and basically makes it legal for intelligence agencies to spy on Americans. We should also demand accountability from the Pentagon by forcing
But the whole point is Fred Hampton was starting to hang out with white boys, and they knew that these people were socialists. They knew that they had been infiltrated by socialism. And again, socialism, you still have leaders right now who are anti-capitalist. But again, let's get back to what we're doing. So, with Carter G. Woodson warning in the miseducation of the Negro, it matters because Woodson talked about how the educated Negro was often trained to despise his own people, distrust black businesses, and look down on the very community he should have been helping. He said that the educated Negro was disinclined to take part in a Negro business because he had been taught that Negroes couldn't operate in that sphere. He also said that black people were trained. He also said black people were trained in business schools to admire Wall Street while despising the smaller businesses among their own people, like running an ice wagon or pushing a banana cart or selling peanuts. And then he said foreigners studied black people, took up that business, and got rich.